those early days before The Guardian broke the story of the scandal, it was only because several of my constituents came to see me with the same problem, and I, along with fellow Labour MPs, were able to help Amelia Gentleman, the journalist, speak to them and investigate the pattern that was developing nationwide. We forget that behind the numbers there are real people deserving justice and proper compensation. One is Richard Stewart. Richard arrived in England as a British subject from Jamaica in 1955 to join his parents when he was just 10 years old. In the 1960s, he played county cricket for Middlesex as a fast bowler. Richard paid taxes here for over 5 decades. He married in London. He had a son and 2 grandchildren, all British. In 1968, Richard's mother became seriously ill in Jamaica. He visited on a temporary British passport. When she died, he had to stay for the funeral and extend his trip. So he had to get a Jamaican passport to return to the UK. In 2013, the Home Office eventually told him he was not, in fact, British, and that he had not been since 1962, when Jamaica had declared independence. Richard was one of those whose cases I was able to raise with the Home Office and make a difference on. When the Windrush scandal became recognised, his case was widely reported. Richard had been in limbo for decades. When his status was finally resolved and he was finally able to get a British passport, he had one simple wish left. Half a century after his mother had died, and after last visiting Jamaica, he wanted to visit her grave again. A quick, hassle-free payment from the compensation scheme would have helped make that happen. His dream, according to his son, was that his family would go to Jamaica together to see where he was from. But Richard ran out of all his paperwork. He never completed all the forms. He never got the compensation he deserved. Madam Deputy Speaker, Richard died in June last year at the age of 74. To his very last day, he was mired in the injustice of the cruel Home Office bureaucracy. There are so many devastating cases. Lloyd Grant came to England from Jamaica in 1970, aged 11. When the Home Office wrongly told him he could not legally live and work in the UK, his life changed forever. He lost his income and any way of making a living. He spent many years homeless. He couldn't get dental work on the NHS for his several teeth missing. His confidence disappeared. I saw Lloyd regularly in my surgery over several years, and you saw how this government's cruelty damaged the man's life in every respect imaginable. Neither he nor I trusted the Home Office not to illegally deport him, and I had to make sure my staff accompanied him when he went to Luna House so that nothing would happen to him. Madam Deputy Speaker, Lloyd has fought hard to turn his life around with little help from this government, but I'm pleased to report that in the last few weeks I provided the reference and connections to help him get a little job. It is not just Richard and Lloyd in my constituency, Madam Deputy Speaker. There's Trevor Lloyd Johnson, Eduardo Romeo, Anthony Bryan, and thousands more I will never meet around the country. They all have names, they all have lives, they all have families. Madam Deputy Speaker, my constituents have paid the price for this government's nasty, toxic, racist politics. The least that my constituents should be able to expect is compensation that is quick, easy to access, and proportionate to the injustice that they have experienced. The hostile environment should be over. The disgraceful treatment of the Windrush generation should have finished. But, Madam Deputy Speaker, I fear that this failing compensation scheme is just the next phase of it. I thank you.